You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons and Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 237, posted April 2020. Sad, unfortunate, and on fire.
Hey, welcome back to Total Party Kill. I'm Tony Sindelart, your Dungeon Master. We are here today to play Dungeons and Dragons, and joining me are an assortment of people, characters, players. All right, hold on. Let me look at a list of them.
All of the above.
Yes. I will introduce them in initiative order because that's not foreboding at all. Let me start off with a good friend of mine who comes from a land of sirens. It's Jane Ritt. Hi, Jane.
Hello. I set many fires.
And Jane, you are playing
Lena Dulina Tenebrew, a human rogue with a chip on her shoulder.
Indeed. What a chip. And speaking of chips, he's not technically a robot. It's the character being played by my associate, Dan Morin.
Hello. I am playing Cast in Onatar's Crucible, otherwise known as Crucible, which is the same thing, only shorter.
From far across to the west coast, it is Aline Sims. Hi, Aline.
Hey, I am, as ever, Imra Soliana, and her companion, Mastiff Androdite.
From the, I don't know, something Canada? From Canada! It's only going to get worse from here, people. It's Tuesday night! Woo!
Tuesday night!
It's Erica.
Tuesday night!
It's Erica Ensign. Hi, Erica.
Hello, yes, I am coming to you from Canada, and I am also playing Brildish, a dwarven paladin who has a pony named Pony Sindelarnt that currently has a young girl riding on it.
Mm-hmm. And from back on the West Coast, last but not least, it's Micah Sargent. Hi, Micah.
Hi, I rolled a 16, but that's okay because I was late to the party. My name, you already said it, but my character is a half-elf druid. And his name is Elevor.
I like the energy that we're bringing this today. It makes me feel almost like I know what's going on.
Scattered and manic.
That is,
I think that's the energy.
You know what? I'm leaning into it.
That's our brand.
I'm leaning
as
into
the
it.
kids say.
Previously on Dungeons and Dragons Total Party Kill Dog and Pony Show Curse of Strahd. We're still workshopping the name of the adventure.
So many colons in that.
It's a good name.
Some of those were semicolons. One of them was a dash. I'm not going to tell you which one. You found yourself once again in the land of Barovia, Big Barovia. You quickly embroiled yourselves in local politics at the Barovian level, Little Barovia. You buried an ex-mayor. You pledged to help a woman escape from the devil. You got some advice from a priest. As you do, Tuesday nights.
And we killed his son.
And you killed a vampire, presumably the only vampire in all of Barovia. Everything else in this adventure...
Can we add this to the list, Tony? There's no vampires in Barovia?
I did not say that.
Canon.
Freshly
not canon.
vampire
Excuse me.
free.
Not canon. Clearly, there is evidence of at least one vampire in Barovia. So there are vampires in Barovia. Maybe they're all dead, but there are vampires in Barovia.
I think they're all undead.
Thank you.
You'll find.
You got there before I did. But yes, can we have a quick recap? There are 5 things canonically that there are not in Barovia. Can each of you give me one? Here, we'll do it in this order. Erica, what do you got?
Clocks.
There are no clocks in Barovia. Aline.
Mm-hmm.
Beer.
There's no beer in Barovia. Micah.
Ants.
There are no ants in Barovia. Dan.
Chads.
There are no chads in Barovia, and the streets are paved with teeth. There are no chads in Barovia, so set your mind at ease. That's a traditional Barovian song.
I think I heard spurious.
Yeah,
There
you
are
know what?
songs in
Dan
Barovia?
Morin thought
Wafting from the breeze.
I will get Tony to run this campaign. That means we will be free of his horrible bard character that no one likes, that the listeners despise almost as much as Dan despises. But the secret is, Dan, I'm always bardy.
Oh, no.
I'm always body, baby.
All right, I did not say that. Micah, can you name?
I heard it.
I forget where I was in my list. I think I already said Micah.
Jane.
Micah said no ants.
Yeah.
Jane, you got one last. There are no something in Barovia for us. I've already forgotten myself.
Vampire?
No, not canon.
No. Jane, you should know this one. Jane, this is right up your alley. Someplace that you might once have potentially put your one of your degrees to use.
Oh, library.
There are no
That's right.
public libraries in Barovia. That one seems unnecessarily specific, and yet it's true. So,
Are you implying
lots of
I
private
don't have a
libraries.
degree in vampires?
How dare you, sir?
I think you have a business in vampires.
Yeah.
Is vampires your passion? Join LinkedIn. I don't know how social media works.
It's pretty much like that.
All right.
Yeah.
So, you have escaped / left Barovia in search of a better life. Presumably, it is now just one happy-go-lucky road trip montage with, getting to know Irina and just kicking back because you killed the only vampire in Barovia. So, how are things going? For answers to
I say
questions
they're
such
great.
as that, let's look at Dragons right now. Hi, everybody.
What's happening?
I'm very tired and also very caffeinated, and I'm
Yes.
leaning into it. We're so you have departed Barovia. Your destination, I believe, is the town of Valaki.
Nope.
Well,
No,
that
the
No, we're
Incorrect.
going
We
to the Vistani encampment.
you were going to stop at the Vistani encampment on the way to the town of
And then
Valaki?
we were going to turn around and go back,
Go back. Yeah.
to Little Barovia.
Really?
Because we were told that if
we are no dummies.
we're told if we go all the way to Valaki that it's going to be
overnight.
It's gonna take
overnight. We're not
Okay.
overnighting.
I may have done the math on how long it takes to get places, and have more accurate information for you than I did
Gotcha.
last session.
Okay.
Well, if we think
However-
that we can make it there before nightfall, then that might change.
Yeah, and
our
it also
calculations.
it will also depend on how much time we end up spending at this encampment. I mean, if we just like settle in and have a good long chit chat, then we might not have time to make it the rest of the
Yeah.
way, and we would turn around and go back to Little Barovia.
They
Or we
sound
could
friendly.
just buzz them and just like run by.
Yeah, or if everybody in this encampment super sucks, then we're just in and out of there real fast.
I think I'm just gonna warn you. I think like people don't take kindly to people running through their campsites. Just like, hey, do not
That's weird to me.
do not buzz the Vistani. That's just it's rude.
Words to live
All
by.
right.
Okay, I'm from here, so I mean, if you want to tell me how to interact.
I
people.
forgot that Lena Delina is the consummate townie of Barovia.
Yeah,
Big Barovia.
No, and I'm sure that as we're traveling, she is just walking in stony silence, making no effort to talk to anybody or
Breldish is making lots of effort to talk to Lena.
one-word answers.
Okay.
What might that
Sure.
sound like?
So what's your favorite weapon to use?
Swords.
Cool. What kind of swords?
These
What kind of swords are those?
short swords. No.
Oh, congratulations. You got her to use 2 words. That is not easy.
Listen, I don't know what there is to say. You're outsiders. You've seen what it's like here. What is there to talk about?
But perhaps with time, we could become insiders
I don't
All
know
of
if I want to
us
become an insider here.
together.
No offense, Lena.
I do not blame you. And if there is a way to get back wherever you came from, I wish that you're able to find it. But
I
I've
hope
never
you can.
heard
Would you
of
want to
such
come
a
with
thing.
us if
is
we
that more
figure it
about
out?
us getting away from you, or is that like
You getting away
you
from
genuinely
us?
just sort of care about what's happening with us, folks?
sure.
Okay, all of the above. Got it.
And as you are walking through the dark and it's daylight.
Stormy night.
No, it's late morning here in the Barovian countryside, but the Barovian countryside is still a kind of dark and gloomy place. There's always this kind of mist and fog rolling about. The sky is overcast, and the woods are foreboding. Now, Imra, you are a ranger, correct?
I am, and I am the forest is my favorite terrain.
Would you
Does
say you have a favorite terrain?
Maybe I do like the forest.
You know, the Svalich Woods is probably not the best forest you've been into. Perhaps it's possibly the worst.
It's better than those caves.
Yes, but it still meets the definition of forest. So when you are traveling as a ranger across the favored terrain, what benefits does that entitle you or your party members to?
So
just out of curiosity.
When traveling for no reason, when traveling for an hour or more, difficult terrain does not slow our travel. We cannot become lost except by magical means. We remain alert to danger even if we are engaged in another activity. We can move stealthily at a normal I can move stealthily at a normal pace. Sorry, y'all. And we find twice as much food while foraging, while tracking creatures. I can learn the exact numbers, sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area.
Okay. Well, that's all very helpful information because as you are moving along, people are chatting to the extent Lena Delina will allow it. But it sounds like you are not distracted at all by those interactions, Imra. And I'm going to say that you, and I'm going to say you kind of collectively for you / Androdite. You can decide which is Imra versus which is Androdite. I'm going to say you notice out of the corner of your eye, it looks like there's some tracks, animal tracks. Crossing the road ahead of you. You are following a pretty, it's pretty clear-cut dirt road that kind of winds through the Svalich Woods. So it's pretty clear which way the road goes. It would be hard to get lost unless you were being rather careless or left the road. But yeah, there's some animal tracks right ahead of you.
So, hey, y'all, there are some animal tracks here. Do we want to figure out what's going on with that?
Or maybe you don't care.
I can learn the exact number, size, and how long ago they passed through.
Wow.
Do I just tell you that now, or do you roll something that tells us the degree?
It doesn't say it's a roll. It says while tracking creatures, you learn the exact number, sizes, and how long ago. So it's not a perception check. It doesn't seem like.
Okay. Can you give me those questions one at a time, and I will answer them for you.
How many creatures are there?
More than 4.
Ooh.
Exact number of creatures. You learn the exact number.
I'm going to say
4.5.
Whoa.
I'm going to say that you find the tracks of 5 4-legged creatures that seem to have crossed the road here.
Okay, and how large are they?
Large.
And how long ago did they pass through?
Minutes.
Okay, so there were just 5 big creatures who came through here.
Do we know what kind of creatures?
I'm surprised, honestly, that didn't come up higher than exact number. But I'm not a ranger. What do I know?
It doesn't
dogs?
say.
Yeah.
So
it says I can learn the number, size, and how long ago. So I would have been dishonest.
Give me a nature check. Like
I rolled a 15.
5 horseshoe crabs crossed the road here.
Whoa! I want to go see them.
15. I'm going to tell you. These seem, you think that they're either wolves or dire wolves.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
I passed that on.
What do we know about wolves? If we continue past, do they stalk people? I don't know much. I don't know very much about nature. So
They're very clingy.
Well, I can roll a nature check as well.
Mm-hmm.
What with my nature persuasion?
Being a druid.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try.
24.
Wow, that's really good. I forget, Micah, you're an animal druid as opposed to plant druids?
I am an animal druid.
Okay, every now and then I tell a plant druid you must know all about animals, and they get really insulted.
Oh, wow.
It's like telling you're a scientist.
Yes, you're a scientist.
You must know
you
about
must know
rocks.
Astrology.
Well, if they were a TV scientist, they would know all about all science.
Right.
That's very true. But I am not a TV animal druid. I am indeed a druid. An animal druid.
So you would know about wolves. There are a variety of types of wolves out there. Gray wolves are your kind of common wolf. Dire wolves are basically the most metal of wolves.
Mm-hmm.
They're wolves, but like extra big, sometimes extra spiky, sometimes extra mean.
Lots of iron, magnesium.
And they tend to travel in packs.
Spiky?
Yeah, sometimes they have like things jutting out of their backs.
That's how you know they're dire.
Yeah, that the basically, you know.
Sounds dire.
in the monsters manual, they're like, okay, take every animal and then like put a bunch of like Stegosaurus plates on its back. Now it's a dire version.
Now
of
it's
that.
dire.
Yeah.
It's a
So,
phase that they all go through, like teenage years. Like those wolves are like,
Yeah.
yeah, look, Mom, I got a bunch of plates on my back.
yeah, in college, you're either Shadowfell or you're dire for like 6 weeks just to see how it works. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Lena unsheathes her swords.
Irina looks around nervously. She is riding Pony Cinderlard.
I don't know what sort of bond you have with that beast, but if the wolves are to attack us, it might become spooked and run off. Do you have some way of preventing that? Or does he have some sort of halter we can hold?
I could just tell Pony to stick around, or I could tell Pony to run and take Irina away from the battle.
I
We
don't
have
think it
a,
would be too wise to separate her from the rest of us, just in case.
Yeah, you're probably right. We have a mental bond. We can chat over distance.
That's weird, but convenient.
As long as Pony's within a mile, I won't.
Does
I won't lose
Pony
track.
Cinderlard communicate with you, or is it kind of a one-way street?
No, we can communicate with each other telepathically.
I'm just wondering what he has to talk about.
you
Like
tell me.
Well, it's your character. I mean, you can establish Pony Cinderlard's hopes and dreams.
That's
So,
true.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to establish too much because I like it's quite possible that Pony's just going to die and I'm going to have to create another pony.
No, please invest heavily in this one.
Does he like music?
Mhm. Yes, jazz. Pony and I disagree on that point, actually.
Okay. As you're discussing jazz with Pony Cinderlard, the wolves close in.
Shoot.
Ain't that just the way?
As you do.
All right. You suddenly see kind of creeping through the underbrush from pretty much every direction several wolves that are coming toward you. They do appear to be dire wolves. They are big, bigger than normal wolves, scarier than normal wolves because we are in Barovia.
Big
Chain rattle, chain
Barovia.
rattle. Wait,
Chain
no.
rattle, chain rattle. Well, depends on
Possible chain rattle. Possible chain rattle.
Are there more than 5?
You don't. I'm going to say right now you see 5.
Okay.
I bet there are 2 hanging around somewhere.
There's no way to know.
I'm going to guess that Lena actually gets to go before me since I think her dexterity is almost certainly much better than mine.
She has a pretty good dexterity.
Yeah, being a rogue, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to say Lena can go before Crucible and decide what she wants to do.
Okay.
All right. So, Lena, you are first up in the order.
Lena wants to stab a wolf.
Do you see, so just checking, all of you see
I do
5
declare.
wolves coming out of the woods kind of in all directions around you.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
I see some wolves.
Are you going to smush them all weird?
No, I have perfectly sized these wolves in advance.
All
At
right.
first, when I dragged them in, they were not sized properly and they were all squished. And I was like, you guys are going to make fun of my chunky wolves. And so
True.
I changed them because I will not be made fun. I will not have my chunky wolves made fun of on the stream. So
They're
there,
pre-sized
take that.
wolves.
So there, ha.
Yes.
So Lena
I thought winning would feel different.
Lena is going to use her insightful fighting to make an insight check against a creature that she can see, which is Wolf 4.
Okay. What does that give you?
It gives you Tony confusion.
Yeah. Well, I'm just like.
So it is a contested against their deception, and basically, if I succeed, I can use sneak attack.
Okay. Is deception related to? Is that just their charisma? Probably.
Unless
Probably,
these wolves have a deception or trained in deception.
They do not. They do not. They are trained in stealth and perception.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that wolf just got a 13 deception, which is not bad for a wolf. I feel like.
Yeah, pretty good deception for a wolf.
Yeah, I'm proud of that wolf. But is it good enough to beat Lena?
Gotcha. Well, he tried. Yep. It is
Okay.
not. So she's going
it's
to
just a
come
wolf.
up.
So.
Correct. Yes.
Wow.
You're not going to get one over on me,
Yeah.
you normal wolf.
Well, dire
or I
wolf.
guess dire wolf.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Okay.
He went to. Hey,
Yeah.
he went to dire school for
And then she is going to attack him with her short sword. So that will be a 17.
That will stab a wolf with one of your swords that is short. That is one of your favorite
Yes.
weapons.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's true. That's canonical. Okay, that is 10 damage, but because I can see his weaknesses, I also get sneak attack,
It's like his kidneys are just outlined for you.
which is so 19 damage.
Ouch. You have dealt 19 damage to wolf number 4.
Yeah. I see his weakness and I stab him in it.
What is wolf number 4's weakness?
He has like an old wound from a previous fight, and I'm just like, ugh,
All
right in there.
Yeah, he's got like a big part where some other on his shoulder, a previous wolf had like chewed on him a little bit, and you
He got uppity.
right in the wolf chew. All right,
Yes,
Lena, you all
right
set?
there. Yes.
Crucible, good news. There's wolves all around you.
Crucible strides forward and he unsheathes. He's got what's called a Yikelwa, which is like a spear.
You're just making stuff up now.
Yep. It's like it's got a long blade on like a short haft, so it's a close range weapon. So he unsheathes that, says something, and the tip of it just like bursts into flame.
Wow.
That's really cool.
And then he
Impressive.
strides over to join Lena and attempts to stab the crap out of the same wolf. Let's see how that goes.
Whoop.
He got a 15, I think. Is that good? 15?
Now 15 will hit a direwolf.
Cool. So that's gonna do a total of. I'm still trying to figure out how some of this works. So he gets 10 plus. He gets an additional D6 worth of damage from the thing being on fire, which is so a total of 14, 15. Technically, his thing is magic right now. And that wolf is on fire and will take fire damage at the beginning of its next turn.
Holy moly.
And
Demon wolf.
So I will tell you, though there are many wolves, and
Like that?
they looked confident. This one particular wolf is in a really bad place.
Yeah.
That's called being stabbed a lot and on fire. I'm just looking for the most on fire looking icon to put on this wolf on the map.
I thought you were going to say the most on fire looking wolf. And I was like, wow, there are a lot of icons.
Yeah, so that wolf is on fire. Dan, how much you'll roll for fire damage on that wolf's turn? Is that what's going to happen?
Yes, basically. And then it gets a chance to save and try to put itself out each turn.
Good news. It's that wolf's turn because it's all the wolf's turn. Let's start with Firewolf.
He'll take a start of a turn. It makes a Constitution saving throw.
All right. I failed.
Okay, it was
DC the wolf failed. I'm great.
DC was a 14. It takes an additional D6 fire damage.
This could be important for this wolf.
5 damage.
That wolf is dead.
Wow.
You did stab it multiple times and then set it on fire. So I would like to point out that a direwolf, I think, is a very scary creature. I think wolves are scary, almost as scary as statues. But yeah, I don't know. Those other wolves are going to have to pull their weight.
Or maybe they'll just run away.
Lena gives you a nod over the burning wolf corpse.
Speaking of wolves, the wolves close in. Let's see. Who will they murder?
Oh my.
Nobody.
No one's getting murdered today.
All right. 4 wolves close in. Imra and Elevor, there are 2 wolves going right for you. They are going to get a advantage on this because of their pack tactics. Sorry, just kidding. More dice. No reason.
I don't like the sound of that.
Too many.
Yeah, no. It's all good. So, Imra, this is 1 wolf attack coming on you. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Ow.
So you are going to take 10 piercing damage. Elevor, a wolf comes right for you. This is probably feels kind of insulting given your animal inclinations.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 24. 10 piercing damage.
No.
Broldish. That is a 19.
Wow.
That hits.
Does a 19 hit Broldish? I forget.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does.
10 piercing damage. And
exactly.
Last but not least, Lena Dulina. That is a very low roll. That's a 10.
No.
All right. That wolf had a little bit of a hesitation in its step because it saw you burn another wolf. So these wolves, I'm already feeling good about that. Like that vampire I think only got one hit in. So the answer is don't bring one vampire, bring 5 or more wolves.
Did we stop and like take a short rest and use hit dice and stuff after killing that guy's son?
I don't know. I'm not sure if you did.
I don't recall.
I don't think we did.
I don't think you did.
Okay.
I think
That
you
sounds
guys
like
were
something a smart group of people would have done.
Welcome to Barovia, the place where wolves kill you. Speaking of getting killed by wolves, Elivor, it's your turn.
Hey, that was rude, wolves.
There's a
not-
wolf biting you. Like I don't like
I just
it.
want to be clear. It's wolves. It's not like a goose geese situation. It's just wolves.
Hey, wolves, that was really rude of you. Let's see
No,
what
the plural.
happens
It's like moose. The
with
plural is
this.
just woos. These are the jokes. They don't get better than this. Sorry.
I am going to cast Animal Friendship at 2nd level. This spell lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that you can see within range. So I will choose Wolf 3.
Yep. I was just zooming in to see the numbers on these wolves.
It must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, I hope to God that's not the case, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw of 14 or be charmed by you for the spell's duration. If you or one of your companions harms the target, the spell ends. Now, since I'm casting it at a 2nd level, I can also choose one additional beast, which would be Wolf 8. So please roll wisdom saving throw and do not beat 14. Thank you.
That's assuming the wolves' intelligence
That's
is...
assuming the wolves is...
I'm gonna tell you,
Dire wolves.
Dire wolves.
Crapsky-doo.
Do we know anything about the intelligence of various animals? Like, I mean, I don't know how...
We will in a moment.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Broldish, do you know anything about the intelligence of Pony Cindelar, for example? I don't know how...
I do, because Pony Cindelar is magical. Pony Cindelar has an intelligence of... Cindelarnt has an intelligence of
Thank
6.
you. Of 6. But that's the intelligence of a magic.
But yeah, he's magic
pony.
horse.
Yeah.
Pony.
Yeah, he's...
Not a horse.
Pony.
Small horse.
No, different.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Tune in for my new podcast, Pony or Not. So it's only one episode. So I will tell you, a dire wolf has an intelligence that is less than 4.
Yay!
So,
Okay.
Tony.
Roll
But-
that beautiful bean footage.
though it has -4 to intelligence, it has +1 wisdom because it's been around. So I
block.
forget what number
That
you
wolf
said.
has
But
seen things.
You have to...
that wolf rolled a 5 on wisdom, which
Yay!
I don't remember what
Loves
number you
you.
said, Micah, but I know it was less than.
It was
more than 5.
That was...
All right, so
yes,
that was
much
Wolf.
more.
So Wolf 3 is your friend now.
Wolf 3 is my friend.
Wolf 8 is doing the same thing.
Yes.
Wolf 8 also same intelligence. Just so we're clear, I decided to make all the wolves the same intelligence.
Oh, okay, cool.
Do you have individual backstories about each of the wolves?
Yes, but you will never know them because you're killing them, except for these 2 that are your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
The second wolf rolled an 8, which is also
That
not
also
great.
does not beat.
These wolves were great at attacking and doing piercing damage to you. They were not great at overcoming friendship.
I lost my D20.
So hard to overcome friendship.
Now, Micah, you're going to need to specify what friendship means, because in D&D there are lots of levels of charm, right? There are things that it's like would die for you versus knows your name and would would accept a recommendation about where to go eat dinner.
Well,
Not here. Dinner, not here.
Check page
A
212
charmed
of
creature
the
cannot
player's
attack
handbook.
the charmer or target the charmer with harmful abilities or magical effects. The charmer has advantage on any ability check to interact socially with the creature. So if you invite it to tea, you've got advantage.
Yeah,
But the
you could
wolves-
try and convince
Also
it to
animal
leave.
handling, which I have.
But the
which,
wolves, so the wolves are convinced that Elivor is their friend,
Right.
but
That doesn't necessarily
the
extend to the
charm
rest
does
of
not
us.
extend to the rest of you.
Yes, but he could try and convince them to leave.
Yes.
Also, how do the wolves feel about the other wolves?
What does it say for charmed
I don't
creature
think that
again?
would have changed I don't think it changes their behavior about the other one. It's just they would probably try to convince him that Elevor is their friend, but other than that, the rest of us are probably fair game.
Okay.
Or that
Also, the
Elevor's band
duration
of people is going to kill the crap out of him if they don't run away.
The duration is 24 hours.
I advise you to kill these wolves before 23 hours.
Or befriend them.
Yes.
Or have them come along.
Yeah, that's what I might do.
Yeah,
Just for a
nothing
while.
like bringing a wolf with
Yeah.
you. Nothing
Yeah,
around
the
later.
problem is really that 25th hour
Dire wolf.
Yeah.
where you're sleeping quietly.
Yeah.
Oh, these are my wolves. They are not hostile to me.
Good point.
Man, you ever try and check a wolf and check baggage? It's so not a
Complicated.
So I guess that's all I can do for this turn.
Okay, that was a
because
standard?
that was one
Or
standard
an
action.
All right. Imra, there are wolves around you, though some of them they seem to be looking at Elevor with kind of dreamy eyes.
There are hearts in their eyes.
Which is confusing because they also still have like yours and Elevor's blood
My
in their
blood
mouths.
in their mouth.
Yeah. You know.
It's
It's a special
creepy.
relationship.
It's creepy. I don't like it. Okay, so I'm gonna target Wolf 7,
Mm-hmm.
and I get 2 attacks per action. So attack number 1.
But you have another wolf right next to
Yeah,
you.
you do have
No,
wolf.
no. You can't attack that one or else it will be uncharmed.
Wolf 7?
She said
No,
wolf
no,
7.
you're right.
The one by
They're saying-
Bruldish.
Yeah,
I want to
think-
attack the one by Bruldish.
I
Yeah.
think
No,
Not,
However,
not the
Wolf-
one who is a friend.
But
Okay.
wolf 8 is right next to you and is not your friend, so...
Yes, but I
saying-
do better on ranged attacks.
Right, but you'll have
Oh.
disadvantage, won't you? Or is it
Because
only
there's a
if you're
wolf.
targeting the thing next to you?
Rules
Yeah, if
lawyering.
there's an enemy within 5 feet of you, casting or doing anything at range, I think it's at disadvantage because
Yeah.
they're up
There's
close and
a wolf trying to
distracting.
maul you, Imra.
I still want to attack Wolf 7.
All right.
Yeah.
I get a +9 to my roll for ranged versus +5 for nearby.
Okay.
Yeah, but with disadvantage, does that? I don't know. I'm not a
Why
mathematician.
do I get
Because
disadvantage?
there's a wolf right next to you that's trying to eat you.
Oh, got it. I still want to attack
All
at
right.
the distance.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're attacking a non-hostile wolf, which seems unsporting.
Yeah, there's
Right.
that too. So that's a 16.
Wow, with disadvantage. That's pretty good. That'll
Yeah.
hit a wolf. You want to roll the second one and then give me 2 damages?
Sure. Well, that was that's 17.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice.
Okay. I
So-
basically imagine you as like there's a wolf kind of like chewing on your arm and you're like stop it as you are firing arrows at another wolf.
Yes.
Get off.
Yeah, that's 15. Wait. Yeah, 15 points of damage.
All right. That wolf is displeased by that situation, especially because it's like I'm mauling Broldish. Leave me alone. Rawr. This is my wolf voice. It just sounds like me. Imra, do you want to do anything else?
No, Androdite's okay.
Okay.
So, I want to keep an eye on what's her face on the horse?
Irina
What did-
Kolyana.
Yeah, Irina.
Your
Yeah.
charge.
Yeah, so as I turn, I want to make sure that I'm keeping her in my line of sight just so I'm aware of what's happening.
All right. That brings us to Broldish.
All right. Well, I have a wolf right up in my face,
Indeed.
so I
A
pull
dire
out
wolf.
my sacred battle axe and shout, "In Hela's name," as I roll a 1. But
Where is
but
your
I have
god
another
now?
attack. Not in Barovia, apparently. All right. Hela, why hast thou forsaken me? And then I roll a 4,
Oh,
which
no.
comes to
Aw.
11. I'm guessing 11 probably doesn't hit a
A
dire wolf.
It does
now,
not.
I'm not entirely sure how Pony Cindelarent works in terms of taking a turn. I know that we act as a unit when I'm mounted and if we're fighting. It says we have an instinctive bond that allows us to fight as a seamless unit. That's not necessarily when mounted. So could I tell Pony Cindelarent to disengage and just back up 5 feet?
Sure.
All right.
We'll say that happens. I don't know. I don't know if that is compatible with the rules, but we're going to do that now and look up animal rules later.
Just so there's not a wolf right next
Irina,
to it.
I will say, yeah. I mean, maybe also probably maybe you don't want to be on a pony when a wolf is here. Irina does have a sword and is ready to fight. So
I don't know if she's trained in like mounted combat. That might be tricky.
I think probably not. I think there were not a lot of ponies.
If she wants to vault off Pony and jump into the fray, that's totally her call. But I want Pony back farther.
All right. So speaking of Irina, it is her turn in the initiative order. Who will command Irina for this fight? One of the players can do it. Speak now, or speak later.
Oh,
fine.
well,
yeah, sure. I'll do it if nobody else.
Yeah.
All right, Dan. I suspect. So Irina will. I think she'll kind of follow the lead of the party, but I think she is ready to jump off a wolf. Not a wolf. Jump off a pony.
Jump off a wolf.
Onto a wolf, yeah.
Jump off a pony and stab a wolf with a sword, right?
Yeah. I mean, who's not ready for that kind of thing? That's what I want to know. Certainly, certainly she is.
Irina grew up in Little Barovia. She knows how life is. She knows that you do not show wolves any quarter.
Cool. All right. So she has a
So I'm going to suggest
rapier?
that she engages with Wolf 1.
Yeah. So she has a rapier. She got an 8.
Well, an 8 will not hit a direwolf. Sorry, Irina.
Bummer.
All right. Let us move back to the top of the order. It's Lena Delina. There's smoldering remains of one wolf lie at your feet. A fresh wolf has arrived to chew at you.
Indeed. And Wolf 1, okay to stab?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I think so.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Do you have a
say
secret?
yes.
Yes. Okay. So
You don't have a secret bond with Wolf 1 from your backstory?
no. All right. So that is going to be enough to hit 17 on the die.
Mm-hmm.
So then damage, that is 12 damage. So sneak attack on that one, and then I'll attack with my offhand for that is 15, which I think is also enough. And an additional 6 damage.
All right. You are dishing out damage left and right to these wolves, though you are still surrounded by 4 wolves. Yeah. Lena, you all set?
Yes.
Crucible, you're next. You're behind Lena. You have your choice of wolf targets around you.
I have an important question, Tony.
Yeah?
Let's say I look west.
Do you want to give me a perception check in the heat of battle?
I'll give you a
Are
perception
we talking
check.
about that chunky boy?
11.
Looks like forest to your west.
Okay.
So what are you going to do?
I am going to slide around to Lena's side there and try to plant my still flaming Yikawa in that wolf's.
Ricola.
Should I say spear? Is spear better?
You're courting. Go away.
All right. That is a 14.
I believe that the armor class of a dire wolf with its natural wolf armor is 14.
Oh, good. So that hits.
So that hits.
All right. So it will take 11. Let's see. 13 damage total.
Is it on fire?
It is on fire, and it will
All right.
have to make a save at the beginning of
That
its
wolf-
turn.
I mean, even if it was not on fire, would look very sad and unfortunate, but it's also sad, unfortunate, and on fire.
This,
It's the third
That's good
one
news.
that gets you.
Every time. All right. Speaking of wolves on fire, it is the wolf's turn.
That wolf
This wolf-
is on fire.
The wolf will attempt a
She's
constitution
just
save.
a wolf, but she's on
to
fire.
not be on fire. Dan, I rolled a 15 constitution for wolf
bummer.
number 1.
So
Is wolf number 1 no
it
longer
does
on
not
fire?
take any fire damage. It's no longer on fire, and more to the point, my Yikola is no longer on fire either.
Aw.
I don't. Your Yikolo was attached like kinetically to the wolf. Or
No,
to the-
it made the save in this. It conquered,
Oh,
I
okay.
guess, the whatever I had channeled into that
Okay.
spell. So alas, it's no longer.
All right. Well, Wolf 1 is now faced with the situation of: do you maul the person that stabbed you multiple times, or do you maul the person that set you on fire once? I'm just gonna roll a
The
die.
classic dilemma.
Yeah.
Lady or the tiger?
This is what we call a prisoner's dilemma. Odds, fire, evens, Lena. Evens, Lena, it is. The wolf attacks you, Lena.
No.
It rolled a 15.
Okay, that's my AC.
You will take 10 piercing wolf
Ow.
teeth damage.
Yikes.
You know what? I forgot to do this before. Give me a quick DC 13 strength saving throw.
What? Okay. My strength is -1, so I don't. Is it going to try and drag me into the woods?
Look, a lot of things could happen.
I don't like that. That is going to be a 14.
All right, you're fine for now.
Dun, dun, dun.
Broldish, wolves coming at you. 24 is going to hit you for 10 piercing damage.
Yep.
So now we go over to the charmed wolves. Wolf 3 looks at you, Elevor, and
Gives me a kiss.
Yeah, it gives you kind of a sloppy dog kiss, and then goes around you and chews on Broldish.
Oh, no. But surely that wasn't a bonus action.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, darn it.
Broldish, I got a 10. That doesn't sound very intimidating.
No.
And Wolf 8 attacks Imra.
Okay.
20.
Jeez.
Oh, come
10.
on.
10 piercing damage.
Okay.
All right. Elevor, it is your turn. 2 of the wolves are friendly toward you. You
Yeah.
got 2 non-friendly wolves. I don't know what you want to do.
So I want to try to get my wolf friends to leave this place.
All right.
What would you like me to do to make that happen?
I think that's probably a persuasion check. I think I will do that.
That's
as a
great.
Contested by their charisma, which is not great. And I don't know. Do you think that's just straight up, or do you think I welcome input from our other past and former dungeon masters? Would Elevor have advantage on that because he's charmed, or do you think that's already baked into that?
Oh, wait,
He does have
Yeah.
advantage on any social interaction with
This
them.
sounds like, this is a social
Yep.
interaction. So, you're trying to persuade the wolves.
He's
Are
giving
you trying
some
to persuade
advice.
them? What are you trying to persuade them of specifically?
I'm trying to persuade the 2 wolves that I have charmed that this fight is not going to end well for them, and that I care about them, and so I want them to just go and be
So-
free, be alive.
So if you had to sum that up in one message, it would be or go away.
It would be danger, go away.
Yes, but you'll give them a convincing wolf-based argument.
Indeed.
For why. All right, so I am going to roll 1 charisma check for the wolves. You are
Okay.
going to give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Yes.
All
I
right, you
am
ready?
proficient in persuasion.
Why do you say that like you don't believe it?
I don't know, because it seems weird to be proficient in persuasion.
It's mainly, it's like you literally have not persuaded yourself. That you're persuasion. All right, I'm rolling it now.
Me too.
Do you want to say your number first, or you want to hear my number first?
I will state my number first.
All right.
I got 19.
Okay. That's. I feel like you gave yourself a pretty healthy margin there. I rolled a 3 on the die, and wolves have -2 charisma.
All right.
All right. Wolf 8 and I can't read his number anymore. Wolf 3 look like they are hesitating, and I mean they can't take their turn, but it looks like they have kind of the fight is out of their eyes visually. If that.
All right.
good.
I'm just going to point out, out of character, that if you want Broldish to not make an opportunity attack as a wolf runs away, you should tell her not to do that.
Oh, that's a good
Elevor
point.
would know that.
And I'll say, that was probably a free action to persuade the wolves, so you could still go and punch Wolf 7 if you were so inclined, Elevor.
Yeah.
It might really sell your argument.
Yeah. So Elevor will say aloud, "Don't worry, I got Wolf 8 and Wolf 3." Wait, no, they wouldn't know which ones those are.
Did I mention that all the wolves are wearing little name tags?
Does your
tags.
friend always number animals?
He
Why
did
doesn't he
before,
number
but-
them sequentially?
Right. Who knows? I point at the 2 wolves and say, "Don't worry, I got those." And then I walk over to Wolf 7.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there is that
Yeah.
still,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then
Reach
do-
around the wolf you've befriended.
I'll just
Give him a hearty hug and then stab his friend in front of him.
This is why you should leave.
That's a a 17 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, 1d6 plus 2. 7 slashing damage.
All right. Wolf 7 does not look great. Imra, you're up next.
All right, I'm going for Wolf 7 again. Disadvantage.
You know what? I'm going to say you don't have disadvantage. Wolf 8 has...
I don't have disadvantage.
Yeah, Wolf 8 is not as
Hesitating.
interested in eating you.
Okay, so that's a 28.
That'll do it.
So I want to do one attack and see if it goes down and then target another one if it does. Okay, so that's 10.
It is still up. It looks, like you riddled it with several arrows.
Okay.
Which is to say not great. Wolves prefer 0 arrows.
That's a 20 versus AC and 12 damage.
As the wolf goes down.
Aww.
The other wolves
Sorry,
are
buddy.
like, the other wolves have learned an important lesson about
I just kind of give the other wolves the
advice.
eyes like, see, you better get out of here.
All right. Broldish, or Inra, do you want to move around at all? Or are you happy where you are?
I'm okay where I am.
Broldish, the wolf in front of you has gone down in a hail of arrows. There are 3 wolves around you, but only one of them looks particularly threatening in this state of things. That wolf is also in trouble because it was set on fire.
I probably wouldn't notice whether a wolf is looking threatening or not, so I would probably be apt to attack wolf number 3 unless Elevor says, go get that one and point.
He did say
I said,
that he had
don't worry, I got those
that's
wolves
right.
already. Yeah.
All right.
It's a question whether
I'm
you
just
trust
worried-
them or not.
Yeah, the thing is like,
Broldish totally
that means I have
trusts
to
me.
walk away. I know, but saying that you've got them and saying that it's not going to attack you if you go away from it are two different
Is this
things.
one of those things
true.
where like communicating with a paladin is like programming in a computer?
That's true, because I said, don't worry, I got those.
They don't have a mental bond like she has with Pony
But like we
Sindelar.
can as a free action. I think I would see Broldish like sort of struggling, sort of like, oh gosh, what do I do? Broldish, if you hit that wolf, it's not going to run away. I've got to convince it needs to just go. So please don't hit that one.
All right. As long as I've got another wolf, I can still hit. Which
Yes.
I like
I do.
Micah. I appreciate how you have very logical arguments, but I feel like both in combat and in interaction with the Broldish, you would be better off just saying that wolf over there.
Hit that one. True.
No.
And if she comes over and hits this one, she can impress Lena.
Yeah.
That's also true. Yeah, that's true.
I like making friends in battle. It's very important to me. All right. So, Broldish, once again, in Hela's name. This time I say it louder. In Hela's name.
This time with feeling.
And crit.
Yes! This is the veil.
Hela.
All right. So,
Preemptive.
yay.
I mean, I'm just assuming you're going to murder this wolf, but you're going to do the math to convince me.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yes. You have murdered a wolf. 3 wolves lie bleeding on the road through the Svalich Wood as the other 2 scamper away from you, heading off into the underbrush. I'm assuming you don't wish to pursue said wolves,
Nope.
as it would require leaving the road.
Elevor told me not to.
Does anyone want to give me like a perception check as you see the wolves disappear into the woods?
I'd love to perceive
No,
whatever's
because-
going on there.
Anybody
No, because
who's-
the first thing I want to do is cast Cure Wounds on myself.
All right,
Can I
you're
do
doing
that while other
Lena,
people
you
are
can
okay?
look around. Crucible, you've already perceived, so...
21 to perception.
Well, Imra, you're well attuned to the woods. I hear it's your favorite terrain. And
Love
you
the
see,
woods.
you get like a full like heads up display of the wolves darting through the woods. There's like a star wipe, and you see
Star White.
you see a very large dark wolf perched on a rock. Not even large, not by wolf standards, large by dire wolf standards. And it actually kind of like stares back at you through the trees with glowing red eyes and turns and kind of saunters away. Probably nothing.
All right.
Let's play some more Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
that is creepy.
I'm going to tell everybody about that.
That
I
is
don't know if there's something Elevor can do.
most unusual.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do about that.
Is anybody else in
Wow.
any need of healing? I would be happy to oblige.
I
Yes.
could use some healing.
Do I know any legends of big wolves with glowing red eyes that sit on rocks and like stare at people?
Give me like a, I don't know, what you call that? Like
It's
a,
very
a
specific.
history?
Probably history.
The history of creepy giant wolves.
Ah, yes, history of the red wolf.
That was my favorite class in middle school. It's very specific.
How many of you needed healing, by the way?
Imra needs healing.
That is a 15.
Just Imra.
Yeah, you've heard the legends of a wolf that commands other wolves, and when I say wolf, I mean dire wolf. Some say it is an emissary of the devil himself.
Oh, good.
It is generally considered a sign of bad luck, just in case that was unclear.
Yeah. I communicate this, probably using the exact phrase, an emissary of the devil himself.
Cool. So I want to be
That
careful about
sounds
that whole
ominous.
thing.
These are not wholesome woods.
Imra, I can give you 8 hit points.
I will take it. Thank you.
I have healed myself up to within about 10 of my max, but I feel like maybe that's not enough. But I can heal myself. I have 2 more spells.
What is your max?
54.
Okay. My
I'm
max is 33 and I am at 23 out of those 33. So I could use a little top up.
I mean,
I've got
if
some
we-
slots too.
this probably isn't a safe place to just take a rest and
I
use
don't
hit
think
dice.
so. We also don't want to burn time.
Not with the emissary of the devil
That's true.
nearby.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay.
Yep.
I'm
That's
gonna.
just a legend. No one.
I'm gonna cure wounds over here too.
Okay. I will cast Cure Wounds on Lena.
Thank you.
And so you have survived your
You
encounter
get 4
with
hit points, sorry.
3
Thank
or
you.
more wolves.
3 more wolves. Exact amount. It said exact.
It did say exact amount.
But didn't specify what
Exact
they
number.
are. Could be gerbils,
No.
could be dire wolves.
Yep.
No way to know.
But
you
the
know
size,
but
they
you
could have
know-
been large gerbils.
They're called dire
That's
gerbils.
true.
Dire
Those are
gerbils.
just as dire gerbils are just as dangerous as
They would
dire
be super
wolves.
creepy.
I think dire gerbils are just basically capybaras, and they're
Okay,
I
those are
love
super cute.
capybaras.
yeah, they're
Sorry.
but the Barovian ones are like surly.
Oh, surly capybaras.
Yeah, I mean they're
Gotcha.
still
I'm
There's-
walking here.
they're still
So wait,
they're still harmless. They just have a bad attitude.
so another thing that's not available in Barovia are kind capybaras.
Yeah, but I mean capybara.
It's a little specific.
I'm not
I
adding
get
that
it.
to the list.
Okay, got it.
We have to establish what level of specificity is allowed on the list. I mean, everyone in Barovia is kind of in bad moods. It's possible that were the devil himself confronted and defeated, kind capybaras would come to the land, and that you would turn the hearts in capybaras everywhere.
I have a new goal.
I'm just going to say I am not prepared to have a lot of capybaras in this adventure, but
Well,
I guess I may have to do some research before next session.
please. Did you know? No, I won't talk about their feces.
Are you thinking of wombats?
That's wombats, yeah.
Capybaras do it too.
What?
Oh,
I thought wombats were the
I
only ones.
swear to God.
Okay.
No.
It's all right.
they're not even that related to wombats. Okay, anyway.
Moving right along.
Welcome to Total Party Kill.
Who
Yes.
has me looking up capybara poop on the internet?
You do. You doing that. This is you, Micah.
No one else.
You started this. You're finishing it. You were also
what's
in the
this
beginning.
article? 10 animals whose poop comes with perks. Anyway, go ahead.
That citation needed.
Wow. All right. So how are we doing on healing? I'm gonna lay hands on myself to
I've got a couple more spell
I'm at
slots.
28 out of
better.
38.
All right. Elivor, why don't you take Cure Wounds?
Okay.
I'll take you back to the map of Barovia.
11
Big
hit
Barovia.
points. Max hit points for you, buddy.
Whoa.
Wowie cowie. Thank you.
man. I mean, I have one more at first level and another one at second level. Might want to save that one just for
Yeah, I'm
emergencies.
trying not to use up all my spell slots, considering
Yeah.
the road.
But Broldish uses her spell slots like immediately every day, so I feel like this is in character. Usually it's in battle, but because when I first memorized spells, it was back when we were just going to be traveling along a regular old path. It was not in Barovia, so I don't have any offensive spells so much. So I guess I'm just using them all for healing.
All
so-
regular old paths in Barovia are terrible.
Basically. So Lena, do you still need healing?
I think that she's probably fine for
You
right
think you're
now.
okay?
Thank you,
All right.
though.
Because I've got one more first level cure wounds I could cast if somebody else needs it. All right.
And I've got more.
Good.
I can actually heal everybody at once at some point if we get into dire straits. So.
Ooh la la.
Yeah. We can save that one in case we need to get somebody up for unconscious.
I've got
reason.
some healing words as well.
Yeah, I got some. I got a few of those too.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I have
after-
a thing too.
After some
We all had
healing,
all can
healing.
heal.
It was smart.
We learned.
Yeah.
So after some healing, you head back on the road, continuing on the path through the woods outside of Little Barovia, and it's probably been a couple hours travel, maybe an hour and a half, and you reach a crossroads. There is a crossroads is where the road intersects here.
Thanks.
Of note.
Crossroads, you say? How perplexing.
Oh, God.
Not unfair, but unkind, Erica. There's an old wooden gallows here that creaks in the wind. How do you like that? That make you happy? That's what you want to hear?
I love it. Tell me more.
Afraid length of rope dances from its beam, swaying in the wind. The well-worn road splits here because it's a crossroads, but there's a signpost. It points in three directions. Back the way you came, Barovia, parentheses, village. The Ser, Tser, pool to the north, and Ravenloft / Valaki to the west. You notice that the path kind of to the north kind of seems to kind of slope down into the woods, while the one heading west kind of seems to kind of go over some rolling hills and kind of generally up in elevation.
Lena, do you have any idea which direction we should be going in?
DM, do I have any idea which direction we should be going in?
Toward
You know
Valaki,
that
isn't it?
The Vistani encampment is off of the main road. They camp on the edge of the Ser pool.
Okay.
So
So
north would be the way you'd think to go.
North would be the way.
we should head north if we still want to talk to the Vistani. Okay.
If that is what you still want to do. Is that what you still want to do?
It
Yeah.
is.
It's definitely what we want to do.
All right. And so you head north through the woods down. The path goes from being kind of a road to being more like kind of just a narrow path that is a little bit harder to follow. But thankfully, you have a ranger with you and you cannot get lost. And so you arrive at the edge of the Vistani encampment, which I will describe now. The road gradually disappears. It's replaced by this twisted, muddy path, and you reach the edge of the Ser pool. There's like kind of a nice canopy of mist and branches, and you see a bunch of colorful tents and hooped wagons on big wagons on wooden wheels. And there's you hear the sound of music. There's a campfire, and you see people kind of hanging out around it, and a bunch of horses drinking peacefully by the water. And this is where our adventure will end for this session. Will the Vistani be welcoming to you strangers who show up? Will you meet the mysterious Madame Eva that the priest told you about? And if so, how will she help you? For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill.